Thicksten was a mechanic, car distributor, and garage owner who also served as a riding mechanic. Among his races as a riding mechanic was the 1919 Indianapolis 500, where he did so for Tom Alley, who finished 5th. Thicksten entered the 500 each year as a driver from 1920 to 1925 except 1922, but never qualified. He did, however, drive relief in 1920 for Joe Thomas, finishing 8th, and in 1921 for Riley Brett, finishing 15th. No picture is available. Decker raced IndyCars from 1928 to 1936, starting 5 races out of 10 attempts and getting a best finish of 16th at the 1936 Vanderbilt Cup. He later built his own midget race cars and operated an aviation company. Here is Decker after qualifying in Indianapolis in 1934, where he started and finished 17th. Pusede mostly raced in Colorado and competed in the Pikes Peak hill climb from 1952 to 1956 with the exception of 1955. His best finish was a 9th place in 1953. These were his only IndyCar races. Here he is in a stock car race at Lakeside Speedway in Colorado. James was orphaned at the age of 10 when his father was killed by a lightning strike and his mother died of influenza. After serving in the United States Navy in World War II, James became a top sprint car driver. He also started 24 national championship races from 1950 to 1952, getting a best finish of 4th at Denver in 1951. Unfortunately, he was killed in a crash at San Jose in 1952. In 1997, James was inducted into the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame. Here he is after qualifying for the 1952 500, where he finished 13th. Malloy started off as a modified driver and won the Canadian-American Modified Racing Association Championship in 1964 and 1965. He then raced IndyCars from 1967 to 1972 and got a best finish of 2nd place at Milwaukee in 1969. Tragically, Malloy was killed as a result of a crash while practicing at Indianapolis in 1972. Here he is after qualifying for the 1971 Indianapolis 500, where he started 10th and finished 4th. Hmailton mostly raced super modifieds along with sprint cars and midgets. He entered 5 IndyCar races in 1981 and 1982, starting at Riverside in 1981, finishing 23rd in Michigan in 1982, finishing 27th. His son Davey Hmailton later raced IndyCars from 1991 to 2011. Here is Hmailton during practice at Indianapolis in 1982, where he failed to qualify. Jerry Sneva was the younger brother of 1983 Indianapolis 500 winner Tom Sneva. He raced IndyCars from 1975 to 1984 and started 28 races. Sneva's best finish was a 4th at Pocono in 1979. He also won the 1977 Indianapolis 500 Rookie of the Year award with a 10th place finish. Here he is after qualifying for that race. Dallenbach is the son of former IndyCar race winner and kart chief Stuart Wally Dallenbach Sr. Most of his racing success was in sports cars, as he won the SCCA Trans Am Series Championship in 1985 and 1986. He also started 4 kart races, first finishing 12th at Road America in 1987 and starting 3 more races in 1990, getting a best finish of 11th at Denver. Dallenbach also competed in various NASCAR series from 1991 to 2005. He later served as an announcer for NBC, TNT, and Fox's NASCAR coverage and NBC's IndyCar coverage. Here he is at the 1985 Trans Am season finale at St. Petersburg, where he won the championship by finishing 14th. After winning the 1993 Indy Lights Championship with 7 wins, Herta raced IndyCars from 1994 to 2006. During that time, he won 4 races. Starting in 2010, Herta began to compete in IndyCar as a team owner and has since won 3 races, including the Indianapolis 500 in 2011 and 2016. Here is Herta winning his final IndyCar race at Michigan in 2005, where he also qualified on the pole position. As of 2017, Barrichello holds the record for the most Formula One races started with 322 races from 1993 to 2011. He would win 11 races, including the German Grand Prix in 2000 and the Italian Grand Prix in 2002 and 2004. Additionally, Barrichello finished second in the World Championship in 2002 and 2004. In 2012, he started 14 IndyCar races and got a best finish of 4th place at Sonoma, while also winning Rookie of the Year at Indianapolis with an 11th place finish. Afterwards, he started to drive in Stock Car Brazil and won the 2014 championship. Here he is during qualifying at Sonoma in 2012.